Hey magical sparks, welcome back to my channel. It's Sparkle here and today we have a sketchbook tour. I love doing sketchbook tours. It's kind of sad because I do miss my sketchbook, but at the same time it's a great way to flip through some of those memories. But before we begin, let's change the scenery. Perfecto! We love our vitamin D. Now just before I begin, there is something I would like to go over. So basically, I've been noticing that some of my artwork has been shared online through screenshots, and while your love and support really does mean a lot to me, I'd really appreciate it if you could avoid taking screenshots of my art and posting them online without permission. And yeah, thank you so much. And with that, let's get started. So here is the very first page of my sketchbook. And by the way, this sketchbook took me a total of 4 months to finish. And over here we have some marker swatches and basically a page that's kind of inspired by the color yellow and blue. And this page I love so much. I basically made it after I watched the Kung Fu Panda 4 movie, which was pretty good. And over here we have some sketches. This was planning for the first page of my sketchbook, and by the way, this is the brand of the sketchbook that I'm currently showing you guys. And here we have a drawing of a character with green hair. I really did not trust the process with this one, but I think it turned out pretty nice. This one was a drawing that I made to kind of welcome winter, so this is a drawing of myself because it was getting really cold really fast, but I was ready to face it. Here we have a drawing of Daphne from Scooby-Doo. We have my dog, and I was trying to play around with a bit of a different art style, and also look at how pretty this washi tape is. It's so nice. Next up, we have some more fan art drawings. So here we have Caesar from the Planet of the Apes, and here we have Scooby-Doo. I made these at like 6 a.m., but it was a nice vibe. And here we have some more sketches, experimenting, and a character with blue skin. I know, completely random. Now for this drawing, I mainly used crayons, and I'm so proud of how it turned out because I was not expecting it to turn out this good, and it just makes me so happy when I look at it. And these drawings I also love a lot. I tried to turn the snowflake emoji, cherry blossom, and autumn leaf emoji into mermaids, and it was a super fun, super challenging challenge. And over here, I kind of started making this drawing in 2023, and then I decided to redraw it and finish it in 2024. Here, I was slightly feeling a bit of an art block coming on, which obviously is just horrible, so I decided to draw some of my favorite Disney villains and my shoes, and that kind of did help me temporarily. Then I tried to do this lighting experimentation drawing, and I really love how this turned out. These are the markers I used, by the way. And then, progressively, my art block decided to become even worse and even annoying, but still, I love this Garfield drawing. I'm really proud of it. And then to add onto the art block, I got sick. I became really sick, so I just made this little simple watercolor doodle. It took about a week, but even after my body healed, my art block had not healed. So I tried doing a couple of different challenges, like drawing with a specific color palette, doing some ballpoint pen sketches. This one is of my mom, by the way. And I also tried to make some random blobs and like draw random patterns inside them. And on this side, I tried doing like a scrapbook type of thing. So we've got stickers and washi tape and sticky notes and just like a bunch of random things going on here. And finally, the drawing that actually ended up curing my art block was this drawing here of Applewhite from Ever After High. I actually made a whole video on this just to document my progress, and actually it worked out pretty well. On this side, I drew an apple to match that page, but actually this was the drawing that I made on this page, just a fun kind of scribble design, but it was really therapeutic and relaxing. So for this page, I basically made a painting, and I had some leftover paint, actually quite a lot, so I decided to put that paint on some paper. Then I cut out that paper and kind of turned into a collage, and listen to how it sounds. Normally I don't like touching my art, but in this case it's kind of different. I just love those like collage type pages, they're lots of fun. Next up we have a sketch of an older man, and on the bottom we have some planning for this drawing, which was when I turned my squishies into humans, and it was such a fun challenge. I love how this drawing turned out. That's the planning. Next up we have some simple watercolor doodles, which by the way, watercolor does not work that well in this sketchbook in my opinion. So then on the other side, I covered it up with some stickers that my sister gave me, and I tried to draw this sticker on this page, and I turned it into like a big drawing, and I'm super duper proud of how it turned out, especially the shading, because I think it looks so cool. And next up, I decided to go back to my very first pastel marker set and swatch all the markers to see which markers are working and which ones are not. Then once I figured that out, I wanted to make a drawing just using that marker set. So here are the 3 drawings that I made. I think the drawings look delicious. It's making me hungry right now, but obviously it's just gonna taste like paper. Anyways, next up we have some pen sketches. So I just made these with my Muji pens, and the idea was to just draw directly with no pencil, and it was just a nice exercise, to be honest. And here we have some more leftover paint that I wanted to use. So this paint is actually from like 2020. I kind of like saved it up in this airtight container, but some of the paint ended up becoming kind of like putty. So I kind of molded it with my hand and made like this cloud and this tree, and then the rest is just finger painting and just fun stuff like that. These pages ended up with so much texture. And this spread is just like a continuation of trying to use up that old paint, and I just love making collages. And also look at how cute Jerry looks with that bow. I think he looks so adorable. Anyways, time for the next page. Okay, now it's time for the next page. Now this was a fun page to work on. I wanted to try to draw different people and to kind of expand my skills, and this was such a fun challenge. Now talking about fun pages, this was probably the best page to work on. So my mom gave me this pillow, right? This one right here, a ghost pillow, and I thought it looked so cool. So I wanted to try and capture that, but kind of invert the design, and here's how it turned out. And on the right, I wanted to try to draw a character with some pink lighting on the character's face. Now this is just pure randomness. There's no explanation. And on the right, we have some little quick brush pen doodles. Now with this page, I remember being so proud of myself for making something so meaningful. So the idea was to capture the concept of being trapped in your mind, and I came up with this idea, and I'm still so proud of it. It was so fun to work on. And then I just matched the colors with the other page. We have some more brush pen doodles here, but more importantly, look at this one. I wanted to make another like symbolic, meaningful drawing of the concept of bottling up your emotions, and I love the symbolism in this. I still cannot believe I thought of this and made this. I'm just super duper proud of it. And also, next up, we have this page kind of inspired by Inside Out 2 because there was a lot of trailers on YouTube, and then I wanted to try drawing some expressions as well. And this next page was meant to capture a memory. So I went out with my friends and we went to this cool restaurant and we got some cool food. So I wanted to try and draw food because that's not something I usually do. And honestly, it was super duper fun. I used my brush pen and I just directly started drawing, then I colored it in, and I had an amazing time. And these are just random things I found in an old drawer, and I decided to stick them in my sketchbook because why not? Next up, randomly at like 12 AM, I came up with this character called Quill the Duck. He might just be my favorite OC. And then I decided to draw him again on the left in the next day. Now this spread, there is a lot to unpack, so let me unpack it one at a time. Starting it off, here I tried to redraw my friend's character. Then here, my friend Mango Clouds, she made these drawings. By the way, her channel is called Mango Clouds on YouTube, and feel free to check it out. She is an amazing artist. And the rest is just randomness, to be honest, but with a color scheme, which makes it a little less chaotic. Anyways, now it's time for one of my favorite drawings that I've made this year, which is this drawing to celebrate my 3rd year anniversary on YouTube. I still cannot believe that it's been 3 years. It feels like I just started. Next up, we have some random sketches because sketching randomly is fun and it's nice. And here we have drawings of Spike from My Little Pony. We love Spike. Spike is amazing. And on the other page, we had some marker bleed through, so I decided to just kind of outline that with a ballpoint pen. And here I was just kind of practicing drawing hands, well, in specific my hand, from different angles, and it was a fun exercise. It's always so nice when the page on the left kind of matches with the page on the right. Alright, so with this page, I did not draw anything. These are all just like printouts that I've glued in my sketchbook, but I actually didn't print them. My sister got a bunch of Monster High toys, and this was actually from the packaging of those toys. So instead of completely throwing away all the packaging, I decided to kind of cut some pieces out and stick it in my sketchbook because I thought it would look pretty cool. And honestly, I think it does. Then over here, I rearranged the setup of the desk in my bedroom, and it looks so aesthetic right now, and I decided to draw that as well. It's always so much fun to like draw a memory because it feels like you can just kind of keep it forever, you know what I mean? And this page is just a fun page, like that's all it is. It's just me having fun. Next up, we have a redraw of a drawing that I made ages ago, and it's basically where the character's outfit is inspired by her ice cream. And next up, I wanted to swatch my nail polishes in my sketchbook just for fun, and that's what's going on here. By the way, I also found this image in my photo library randomly. I think this is from like 2021 or something, but there's more in that collection right now. Nail polishes are so much fun. Then I tried to draw my hands, and I tried to draw some nails, and I tried painting them with the nail polish. And moving on the right we have a day in my life doodle, which is actually meant to accompany my diary entry for that day, because by itself, let's be honest, it doesn't make sense. And then I got these two new brush pens, a black one and a pink one, and I used it to completely fill out these two pages. And on the next page, I made some random sketches, and then I kept on using my pink brush pen to kind of just make this doodle. And getting new art supplies is honestly just such a motivation for me to just make new drawings. Over here, I drew Aladdin from, well, Aladdin. And I love how the lighting turned out. I love how the yellow light and the purple shadows look on this character. I think it looks so cool. Here we have a drawing of me and Mr. June and my sister and just like some other random drawings. And it was a nice page to work on. And next up, we have this idea that I had to draw like a cloud sweater. Then I drew my fluffy slippers. I love my slippers so much, they're so aesthetic. And then I drew my melody. Now, I don't have to explain this to you guys, but I will because I want to. Basically, my mom got me this adorable little surprise, and I loved it so much that I decided to draw my melody as a human in my sketchbook and record the process and post a short on my channel and show you guys the video in the sketchbook tour because I love the surprise and I love how the drawing turned out, and I hope you guys like it as well. By the way, if you've managed to watch this far into the video without skipping or fast forwarding, thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. And if you'd like to let me know that you made it this far, feel free to comment this emoji down below. Thank you so much once again. And now continuing with our sketchbook tour, here is another just kind of playful, fun, chill, experimental page which was super fun to make. And we have another one of those, but this time with a green color palette. I just love these pages where it's just like mindless drawing and just having a great time. Now here I tried doing the 3 emoji challenge. So for each of these pages, I tried to make a drawing using 3 emojis. And here are how the final drawings turned out. There's just something about the drawing on the left that just brings happiness to my inner child. Anyways, now it's time for our final drawings because we are approaching the end of this sketchbook. Here we just have some random drawings. Here we have some cartoon characters like Mike and just some other random characters. And here I just wanted to write random stuff with my brush pen. And then I randomly had this cool idea to make like a book inside my book, and I thought it was so cool. So I went ahead and I tried it out. So look at how cool this looks. And then I wrote Tigger's little intro song in that book as well. And now it's time for the final spread in my sketchbook that I worked on. We have Snow White and a beautiful court from Snow White. And then we have this kind of interactive pop-out bird type of thing. And even though it's not really fancy or special or detailed, this is actually the final page of my sketchbook. And I love how it turned out. I love the simplicity of it. And that's basically it. That is everything inside my sketchbook. But before I let you guys go, there's one more thing I want to show you. So in case you missed the video where I drew with only blue art supplies, I'm going to share that drawing right here, right now. So I worked on this drawing as I was working on this sketchbook, so this isn't actually in a page in my sketchbook, but I still thought it would be nice to include it in this sketchbook tour. Now this drawing may have taken hours to make, but I feel like it was totally worth it because it ended up being one of my favorite drawings that I've ever made, and I'm so grateful that I can share this with you guys. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!